everybody, welcome to Sunday's Coffee Lounge Talk. So today we are going to cover a verse that talks all about love over fear. So the verse is First John, I think, yeah, that's how it's called. First John, sorry, I'm still kind of new. I'm reading Bible only a little over a year. First John 4:18. First John 4:18. There is no fear in love. I have it written down there. That's I'm reading from there. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. Perfect love casts out fear, because fear has punishment. He who fears is not made perfect in love. So this is the web version. Because of the copyright, I read this one, but you can of course read this John 4:18 from any of the different Bible versions. You have NLT and other ones. So in these videos I share with you guys the verses that I relate with what's going on in my life, and then I share it with you guys here, and I welcome all of you from all different faiths to explore these timeless stories and see how it connects with your life. Because if me from India, I grew up half of my life I lived in India and about half here, and if I can connect with these stories, I think you guys can too, because there is so much wisdom in these stories. You don't have to be Christian to, connect with these stories, because it is all about life has so much struggle and challenges and all that. And in these stories, it shows how so many people, even 2,000 years ago, they went through all of these challenges. And Old Testament is actually beyond that, right? So people have been through these things forever. And if we are going through challenges today, it is not, it is not new. It is not that only we are going through these challenges. Everybody have been through. And when we know that somebody have been through challenges and then they were able to go out on the other side, they were able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, end of the dark tunnel, it gives us hope, right? So this is all about that. So this verse, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. So I have been reading Wayne Dyer books recently, actually 6 books. I bought 6 books of Wayne Dyer from Amazon this month of January. You guys probably, oh yeah, this is February already. So you guys will watch this in a few days as I'm filming it. It's Wednesday, we'll see it on Sunday. But in January, I actually bought about 20 books. I got into a little bit of a rabbit hole with the books, which is a good thing because I was learning a lot of things, and 6 of the books are from Wayne Dyer. So, by the way, these are my daughter's play stuff. She's going to be 10 in a couple of weeks. So, Wayne Dyer, she has her toys over there too. Anyway, I'm going to change it so that. So, Wayne Dyer books, he talks, I knew his material in the past, but this is like a completely new way of my introduction to Wayne Dyer's material, I would say, because I'm going really, really deep and learning. And I'll tell you guys why I'm sharing Wayne Dyer in this Bible verse coffee lounge talk. Instead of coffee today, I just have water. Anyway, next time I'm going to have coffee. So, there's only 2 main emotions, that is fear and love. And if you know my concept, I talk about inner critic, which is all about that emotion, the feeling of fear, and the inner coach is all about love. Love is the universal force. There is no bigger emotion or stronger emotion or energy that human can have. The reason is, you could talk about when it comes to the, let me see, Dr. David Hawkins. Dr. David Hawkins has a frequency chart. So if you guys look it up, I'm just looking it up so that I say the right thing. Yes. So love is 500 frequency. It starts from shame and guilt at 20 frequency. And love is 500. Joy is 540. Peace and enlightenment. So now we as a normal human being, excuse me, getting into the enlightenment, it can happen like sudden enlightenment here and there, but not on a regular basis. Because if you're a Buddhist monk, you are meditating like, I don't know, 15 hours straight, then you can probably get to enlightenment more easily. But as a normal human being where we are living day-to-day life, it's not easy for us to get to that enlightenment zone. So the next thing comes is peace, that inner peace, which is like when our mind is so content it doesn't want anything, right? It's like it's pretty close to enlightenment in some sense, but that is also like it comes and goes, right? Because there's always that things will be thrown at us, and we are human, not God. So we can't always just pick ourselves up and like, okay, I'm content. So sometime it will be, but I think the best emotions we could count on is the love and the joy. So when I say love, and that is also so interesting because the word love, any word for that reason, actually, when you think of the meaning, I was having that conversation with somebody a few days ago, and it was so interesting that if you think of it, any word, we can give a meaning to the word based on our life experience. So let me tell you that once more. Any word, whatever that word is, now we'll take the example of the word love. We can give the meaning, any meaning to that word, right? So for me, if I were to give the meaning of the word love, yes, there is some pain associated with it, especially if you have been through separation and divorce. There is a little bit of pain that is associated with it. Now, if somebody has never experienced separation and divorce, they might not associate the word pain with love. It's different, right? And then if you think of unconditional love for your parents or for your kids, that's different. And then so now for me, the way I look at it is, I have been through everything, like a job loss, marriage, whatever. Now life was very hard. If you have seen my journey, they're all captured in 24 playlists, 2024, 2025. So life has shifted in a way that I'm like so grateful, so grateful. So now I focus on finding joy in the journey, right? Joy in the journey. And for me, that is what love means, because love is when you can get to that phase, which didn't happen overnight. It took me a while. Love is all about that sacrificial love. Love is more like when you give it to the world, like, right? And it's not, it can be romantic love, but in this sense, it's not the romantic love. It's more like self-compassion, having that deeper compassion and kindness for other people throughout the world. It could be your family, friends, and anybody, right? So when you can give, and that's what in Wayne Dyer's book, I'm learning that when you can give it to people with hoping nothing in return, right? And that is the challenging part, right? When you give it to people, your friends, family, I don't know, coworker, anybody, somebody you met on the street, when you give out that love, that is what, here, this love they talk about is like the highest form of love. And in Bible, and that's how it kind of comes together in Bible, they say that God is love, right? So when you are, as in Wayne Dyer's book, he would say, and his concept is, don't be Christian, be Christ-like. And that message resonates with me so much, because you guys know I'm a little bit non-traditional Christian, and I don't shy away from saying that, because we all had our experience of life, how we walked this journey so far. For me, after being in 40 something, after being in different boardrooms, trying to shrink to fit in the rooms, I don't do that anymore. I am who I am, and I share it fully. If it resonates with some, great. If it doesn't, great. Because that's what I tell people, even in my meetup group: be authentic, be fully yourself, right? Life is short. You have got just one life, unless you believe in reincarnation. So anyway, when you make a decision, when you make the decision from love, then you are close to God. When you make any decision from fear, right? If you go with Christianity, it's the devil. So you don't have to believe in devil or God, but the point is, you are in the lowest frequency, right? When you're making the fear, is the shame, guilt, all of those are lower frequency. You don't want to make a decision from here. You want to make the decision from love. So next time when you make a decision, my friends, I want you to ask, are you making the decision from love or fear? There's only two emotions that we go by, right? So over time, with practice, it becomes from love, the inner coach. Okay, take care. Bye.